Hi guys, good evening. Good evening to you all. Sorry, I'm gonna quickly paste this. Our topic today says some mistakes married men make. Part 1. Okay, I'm gonna paste this real quick, then we'll go ahead. Okay, the topic of today says some mistakes married men make. Sorry, this just came to me. I've really not looked into it very well, but I think we should look into it today. Some mistakes married men make. Some men, one of the mistakes I find out is thinking that men and women are the same. Some men thinks we women and them are the same. Some men place women where they place men. Some men thinks the way they reason as men is the same way women reason. Some men thinks the way they see things, the way they visualize things is the same way women visualize things. Some men thinks, because they can take something, that women can also take it. Okay, I'm gonna help you to run away from some kind of mistakes if you will listen to me. Don't say anything you don't mean. As a man, don't say anything to your woman, anything you know you don't mean. Maybe just because you're angry, you'll just say a word out of your mouth. Don't say anything you don't mean. Always cross-check your word before you say it out. If I say this now, what is it going to result? If I say this now, just think before you say any word to your woman. That's number 1. Don't say anything you don't mean. The second one here says, don't say anything you want us to forget. Women are like memory card. Women are like Facebook. You see Facebook, Instagram. Women are like Facebook. They don't easily forget. Let me not put easily. They don't forget. Anything you want us to forget, don't say it. Don't say anything you want us to forget. Like, you will come and say, that day you called me a stupid man and I forgot. But now, you told your wife that she cannot cook last 10 years. She will remind you today. You tell her, you're no longer looking beautiful. Even if it's 100 years to come, she will remember it. She will tell you, 100 years ago, you told me I was no longer looking beautiful. Honey, there is no food in the house. What am I going to eat? But yesterday you said I don't know how to cook, that my food is not sweet. Don't say anything you want your woman to forget. Maybe last 10 years you thought, you cannot dress fine. See how tattered you're looking. Then today you want her to dress up and follow you. She will remind you that thing you said to her 10 years ago. But you said I'm not looking fine. I look tattered. So there's no need. Don't say anything you want your wife to forget. It's important that you understand, okay, it's important that you understand that the way a woman receives correction is different from the way a man receives correction. The way you receive correction as a man is different from the way a woman receives correction. The way you learn is different from the way a woman learns. The way you see things, the way you visualize issues, the way you think of things, your mental state is different from the way a woman thinks. Don't always see women as men. They are not. We are not men. We are women. Until you begin to understand that our minds work very differently, you will keep having problems with your wife. Until you begin to understand that the way you reason things is different from the way your wife reasons things, you will keep having issues with her. Until you begin to understand that the way you handle things is different from the way a woman handles things, you keep having issues. I told you to remove that thing. Why haven't you done it? But I told you I will remove it. Our minds work differently. We are different as women. Stop treating us as men. Now, the second mistake here says, not finishing what you started as a man. That's the second mistake married men make. Not finishing what they started. Okay, maybe when you first met her, when you're as a guy, when you are trying to get her attention, you call her steady 10 times a day. You text her continuously. You take her out for breakfast. You take breakfast together. You take lunch to her office. You take her out on a dinner. In the weekends, you're trying to prove that you're a Romeo and Juliet. You're trying to prove that you're a romantic guy. That's when you're trying to get her attention. Now, when you people start dating, you still continue, You call her, how are you doing? How is work? Are you in the office? You come to the office, you pick her, you take her to lunch. In the evening, you take her for dinner. In the morning, you bring her to work. You take her out for shopping. You make sure that she is taken care of. You love her like no man else can. Boom! Marriage. After your wedding, you change. You no longer call. You no longer text. She's inside the office. She's still coming back home to meet me. That's wrong. She will get something to eat if she's hungry. In the morning, you will just tell her, please book an Uber or you take a taxi to work. You no longer do the things, those your romantic ways when you were dating. Those romantic things, you no longer do them. You now act like less concerned. Like, it's not that you gradually stopped, but you just stopped. Like, they pressed you pause after wedding. That's why when you see some women, they will say, you are not the man I married. You are not what I expected. You really changed. What happened? You see a lot of women complaining that the man they married is no longer the man they thought he is. Why? Because the way you started is no longer the way you are. You started on the right foot, and after wedding, you just switched to the left foot. You don't expect a woman that you've been pampering from courtship, dating. You've been pampering her. You were so romantic. You were so loving. You cared for her. You don't just expect her to enter inside marriage and none of those things are coming her way again, and you expect her to be okay with it. No. If you want it to work the way you started, continue that same way. Never stop. Never relent. If you didn't start off that way, that means it's understandable. She will understand that this my guy is not a going out type, he's not a shopping guy type of guy, he's not a dinner type of guy. She will take it that way, that yes, this is the way we started. She has known you to be the kind of person that you don't do such. You don't go to the movies, you don't go outing, you don't go clubbing. It's understandable. But when you were dating her, you take care of her, you're so romantic that anything she wants, without blinking her eyes, she has gotten it. And when she enters inside marriage, none of those things are coming. It feels somehow. Definitely it feels somehow. She will feel like something is wrong somewhere, or some women, in some cases, they'll feel like you are not cheating on them. Maybe another person is taking their attention away from them. Some of them will go out and start complaining to their friends. My husband is now behaving strange after we got married. My husband is no longer taking care of me. So many issues will start rising up because the way you started is no longer the way you are. So the mistake there is starting what you cannot finish. So for you not to start what you cannot finish, it's better don't start it. It's better just take it gradually, the way you are going. She knows that yes, you're not the going out type. Yeah, she will understand. She knows that you're not the type that buys her gifts and surprises her. She will understand it even if she enters the marriage with you. She will know that yes, my guy is not this type. But you cannot just carry yourself, convince someone's daughter into marrying you, and later on what she wants, what she was seeing is not what she got. That's a mistake. Everything just changed. Okay? Now another mistake here on my book says wanting a wife and not ready to be a husband. See, there's a difference between wanting a wife and being ready to be a husband. You want a wife just because you have the money to get married to her. They give you list, you buy everything, you take to her people, you buy drinks, you do her bride price, traditional white wedding, you marry her and put inside your house. Is different from being ready to be a husband. Being a husband it requires many responsibilities. Yeah. You want a wife. Ask yourself, am I ready to be a husband? Not tomorrow you will just go and convince someone's daughter and put her in the house, and tomorrow you go out with your friends, you will drink yourself to stupor, you come back home without minding if there is food, if there is water, if there is other necessities needed in the house. Early in the morning you will just dress up. You won't care if the woman you left at home has actually eaten the whole day. You will still dress up. Is there breakfast in this house? When there's no breakfast, okay, no problem, I will eat where I'm going to. You will go out. You want a wife. Are you ready to be a husband? Some of you have, you see, that's why you see many men, some men that are so grown up, like they have gotten to the age of getting married. When you see them, you will be like, why is this guy not yet married? You see a 50-year-old guy still single. He wants a wife, yes, but he is not ready to be a husband. Some of them you see is not the issue of I don't have money to get married. It's the issue of I'm not ready to be a husband. So when you see a young man out there, 50 years, 55, 45, that is not married, don't assume that maybe he doesn't have money to get married, or maybe he doesn't have somebody he's going to get married to. No, some of them, the issue is they are not ready to be a husband. If I marry her tomorrow now, 6 p.m., she'll be calling me to come back home. If I marry her now, I will no longer be hanging out with my guys like I used to. I don't want anybody to be disturbing me with call. Junior is sick, Junior is that, there is no pampers. Some of them are not ready to be a husband. Not that within them they want a wife, but spirits and soul, they are not ready. to be a husband. So that's why you see many men out there unmarried, but their age is running. You don't just carry someone's daughter and put in your house and leave her there to rot and die. No, when you want a wife, be ready also to be a husband. Because it's two different things, wanting and being ready to. Okay? There's another mistake. Like there's some things that some men do, like when they are being caught cheating by their wife, they will be like, does it matter? My question is, does it matter to whom? Does it matter to who? You were caught doing the wrong thing and you were asking, does it matter? When you are ready to marry, when you are ready to get married, when you are ready to have a wife, also be ready to be a husband. And being a husband requires being faithful. Bless you too, brother. Being a husband requires you being responsible. Being a husband requires you being truthful. You have many responsibilities. It's not all about you have money, just go and marry, put in your house. No. There are other necessities attached to being a husband. So you should be ready. When you are married, there are so many things you put behind you. Yeah, married men do flex. You have your normal life. You have, you make, come on, what are you saying? You will enjoy like you normally do, but with limits. Because why? You are now a married man. That married man is now your signature. You are now someone's husband. Stop behaving like other of your friends that are unmarried. When you are now someone's husband, your mentality, your attitude, your way of life, your way of doing things changes because you are now a husband. Okay. I'm not gonna say much on this today. This is the part 1. I'm gonna do the part 2 of it by tomorrow. And thank you guys for coming around. Thank you for listening. Please like and share and drop your comments. I'll see you again tomorrow for the part 2 of the topic, mistakes married men make. But until then, I still remember my humble self, Adanaya, the drama doll. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.